Right, welcome everybody. Welcome to coming from Kinshasa, from Nakuru, from Rwanda, from Dar es Salaam, from Arusha, from Kigali, from Juba, from Kisumu. Amazing. It's so cool to see everybody coming from so many different places. Keep those coming in. Okay. Um, so I think we can get started. It's 5 minutes past the hour. I know for most of you, it's 8 p.m. already. It's dinner time. I don't want to take too much of your time today. So I'll ask you just in terms of housekeeping to please keep yourselves on mute. If there are any questions, you can please feel free to use the chat. Just in the interest of allowing with so many people present, we really want to make sure it's quiet and the people who need to speak can speak. So just please respect the hygiene of the call, and we'll all have a great call. The call is being recorded. I will share the call later on for those who didn't manage to join. And I think we can, with that, get started. I will share my screen briefly. That's not the right one. Please give me a second. Okay. So you should now be able to see my screen. If there's any issues with that, please let me know and I will fix it. I'm just seeing that some people are still in the waiting room. I just want to make sure that that's been disabled before we go ahead. Give me 1 second. Yeah, okay. No, there shouldn't be anyone in the waiting room anymore. Okay, cool. So I'll go ahead with that. Okay, so a very warm welcome to everybody. You should now be able to see my screen. A very warm welcome to everybody to the AI4EAC Innovation Challenge info session. We are here today to talk about a really very exciting program of innovation focused on the data and AI space. And the program will be running over the next 3 to 4 months across the East African Community region, the 8 countries of that region. It's really focused on students, and I'm really excited to see so many of you signing in today from all over the EAC in order to find out more. We're going to hear from a number of our partners today, and then I'll spend most of the second half of the session telling you a bit more of the details that you'll need to know if you want to participate in this challenge. We've already seen fantastic signups, so thank you all for signing up. Please keep inviting your friends, telling your classmates, and making sure this is a successful program. So the agenda for today, we're now in the welcoming and housekeeping section. We will have welcome remarks from a few of our partners. That will likely start with Mr. Ben Ruhinda from IUCEA. We'll also hear from our colleagues from EASTECO, from UNESCO, and from GIZ. These are some of the core partners responsible for rolling out this program across the EAC. Following from welcome remarks, I'll spend 15 to 20 minutes on an introduction to the AI4EAC Innovation Challenge program. This is really the meat of the presentation today. We'll go through all the details that you need to know, all the things that you can win, all the information about the challenges, and how you can participate and take part over the next 3 to 4 months. Then we'll finish up with a Q&A, and we will have some next steps. So first up, I'd like to hand over to Mr. Ben Ruhinda. Ben is the Senior Systems Officer at the Inter-University Council for East Africa, otherwise known as IUCEA. And Ben, I think Ben mentioned that he won't be able to put his camera on, but I'll hand over now. I'll stop sharing and I'll hand over now to Ben. Ben, are you able to come off of mute and chat with the team?
Yeah, thank you, Paul. I'm able to hear. I think you can hear me loud. Can you kind of confirm?
Yes, we are hearing you clearly. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Allow me to start off by saying good evening, live here all in East Africa, distinguished colleagues, partners, dear students. On behalf of IUCEA, the Inter-University Council for East Africa, I'm pleased to speak to you today about an exciting opportunity that the electorate targets the students across East African universities. For those who might not know much about East African community, however, your members, we span around 8 countries and more than 170 universities are members, but we have more than 200 plus member universities. This is a very encouraging opportunity we have as Inter-University Council, and we are committed to empower youth. Our key mandate and our heartbeat of our mission is to empower the youth. Inter-University Council for East Africa is an institution that coordinates the education in the region. Our mandate is to strengthen the quality assurance and also support the competitive of higher education across the partner states. This is one of the pillars where we empower students, and you know very well that Africa is one of the young generation. We have more youth. It's an opportunity for us as IUCEA to partner this great opportunity. We are looking forward to ensure that the graduates in East Africa are not only academically strong, but future ready, digital skilled, and empowered in the rapid change of this world. That's why artificial intelligence, as it is shaping how we learn, how we work, and how we innovate, IUCEA recognize that the students must play the central role in this transformation. And this is why we always look forward to have a collaboration that supports not only passive technology, but also active creating of AI-enabled solutions for Africa. With AI4EAC Innovation Challenge, designed for you as students, participate in practical learning and innovational journey, that we offer you a very open and vibrant, tangible knowledge. This will enable you faster in terms of developing your skills. You will gain hands-on AI, access to data science, and this will give you a better chance to stand an important role of having the skills, but also continue to contribute on the transformation. While you're advancing your learning, you also deepen your expertise, making things happen, providing solutions. So you will understand clearly as we discuss that we put in front of you the challenge with the real data sets, with the real challenge, which we draw from the key priority of our community: education, agriculture, health, and trade. These are the key and paramount of what we can be doing in regional integration. This will allow you to go beyond the theory and apply it to solve the problem. We far beyond on that, there will be a mentorship. It's a great opportunity. We can still assure you as our students, together with researchers and industry, that we are going to connect you to the right audience. You'll hear much about that with my colleagues also speak after me. But it will not stop there. It will give you some credible knowledge and recognition as students, and will give you an opportunity to tap in the employability support. We have a number of initiatives we support as IUCEA, and this matters most, especially it is strategic that we invest in the next generation of East Africa. You are the innovators. You're not only the industry captains, but also you own the future of the digital transformation we have. By participating in this, you become part of growing regional talents pipeline, line for EAC digital transformation strategy, EAC AI Alliance vision, where we are looking for ethical, inclusive, and development of AI-driven adoption. Allow me to come to the conclusion by calling for action, telling you that you students, as our core driver of transformation, we request that you listen today, you take opportunity to learn, experiment, collaborate, read. You don't need to be the AI expert to drive what is going on, but you necessarily need to be curious and committed and courageous to try and provide the solution. IUCEA provide number of opportunities to students. This is among in terms of course building, but we also provide scholarship, both undergraduate, masters, and PhD. I invite you to keep following IUCEA in terms of their social media handle, as well as our website. We are there for you. We are your ambassadors, we say, and we are the people to bridge your challenges, your respective government and employers. We are happy to have a partner that are with us. Special thanks to the partners on the call and other partners cited on the landing page of this challenge. Look forward for a very fruitful discussion and building the knowledge together to impact our community, where our slogan is always one people, one destiny. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you so much, Ben. I really appreciate that. It is wonderful to have IUCEA with us on this journey as one of our core partners and really our key bridge to the students of the East African community. It's wonderful to have your support, and we're really looking forward to the next few months working together to make sure as many East African community students as possible gain the opportunities that we can provide. So next up, thank you very much again, Ben. Next up, we call on Carmela Silzano. She is the Senior Project Officer at UNESCO Campus Africa. UNESCO Campus Africa is another one of our core partners. And Carmela, if you're available and ready to go, I'd ask you to come off of mute and switch your camera on if you can and join us. Okay, I'm going to pin you and I'm going to unpin myself and you can please go ahead.
Yes, thanks, Paul. Good evening, everybody. Really delighted to be here. My name is Camilla Salzano. As Paul mentioned, I'm the Senior Project Officer on a program called Campus Africa. I work with a really great team in Paris out of the UNESCO education sector, including Shushwan and Alice, who I think may be on the call, perhaps not Alice, she's away at the moment. But yes, we have a very tight, dynamic team in Paris. We're supporting the AI4EAC Innovation Challenge, but also the broader work on the regional EAC AI Alliance. Absolutely delighted to be here and to be partnering with EAC, IUCEA, GIZ, and of course Zindi, which are hosting the Innovation Challenge. We within the education sector, and particularly our division at UNESCO in Paris, we support a core part of our work is youth employability and skilling, including tertiary skilling, TVET, and lifelong learning. We very much believe in strengthening ecosystems for students and all young people who are looking to get into employment, in different sectors, to support their journey, whether that's through, identifying key skills in demand, occupations in demand, and career services. So a full ecosystem of support to students, but we also recognize the key role that students and young people play in driving innovation in Africa. Some of the most robust solutions that are occurring at the moment come through the ideas and imagination of young people, their creativity. It's our role to nurture that creativity in different ways, and that's through kind of 360 approaches, innovation challenges, hackathons, meeting young people where they are and trying to understand how we can support them in nurturing the ideas and the creativity that they have to drive solutions, not just for their community, but also for education systems in themselves. We very much recognize that we need to innovate, that teaching and learning is changing, that higher education and training systems are changing. We're fully supporting the education participation track of the hackathon, but we also understand that what we do in terms of innovation also rolls over into solutions around climate change, smart agriculture, renewable energies. So we're looking at solutions that kind of like traverse the different areas that make up the Sustainable Development Goals. We are also mobilizing our colleagues within our division, within our sector, who provide different types of training and skilling, whether that's through, TVET tertiary, as I mentioned, or through the private sector. We have an alliance of partners that we work through, the Global Education Coalition and Digital Transformation Collaborative, and we're joining hands across the different UNESCO sectors to make sure that our colleagues working, for example, in social sciences or in communications who are also working on AI innovation can join in and support both the regional alliance and this innovation challenge. So I'll leave it there. Again, we're delighted to be part of this challenge and to be joining hands with our different partners in the East Africa community and with Zindi, and we look forward to the discussion. Thanks. Back over to you, Paul.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Carmela, and really great to have you with us for this awesome program. I would also like to just tease a little bit. One of the challenges, one of the streams that we're focusing on for this program is education. And in fact, Carmela's colleagues at UNESCO are helping us or providing us with one of the challenges that we'll be running in the education stream. So that's really exciting. So thank you so much, Carmela, for your partnership and for being here today. Next up, I would like to call on Isa Mohammed Ali. Isa is an advisor for artificial intelligence in East Africa, working at the GIZ. GIZ is the German Development Corporation, and they are one of the core partners. I'd like to hand the floor over to you, Isa, if you're ready to go.
Maybe before I take it off, I'll invite IUCEA, our colleague from IUCEA has joined. So I'd like to invite Moses from IUCEA to say a few words, and then I'll take it over from there.
Great. Thanks, Isa.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening here. I'm in Nairobi here. It's I think it's around 8. Yes. So yeah, my name is Moses Ndahiro. I'm the principal officer in charge of ICT development at the East African Science and Technology Commission, and I'm happy to be here. And also partners in this challenge with the GIZ and Inter-University Council. Yeah. So IUCEA is one of the EAS institutions. We have around 9. And our headquarters are in Kigali, Rwanda. So our mandate is to coordinate science, technology, and innovation. And also, but we're also part of this challenge and also the EAC AI Alliance. Yeah, so I'm glad to be here, and I'm representing my colleague. Fortunate is traveling back to Kampala, so he's not able to join. Yeah, so glad to be here and looking forward for this conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Moses. And we are really excited to be working with the East African community, with the partners, IUCEA, IUSTECO, UNESCO, JICA, to bring this event and innovation challenge to life. My name is Isa Mohammed Ali. I'm speaking on behalf of GIZ from the East African Community Office, and we're excited to have all of you here. I think my electricity has gone off. Am I still live? Okay, I'm still here.
We can still see you. It's a little bit darker than it was.
Okay, well, at least I'm still here. So with all of these interesting areas that happen in East Africa, one of which is happening right here, we believe one of the strong opportunities is a lot of collaboration and partnership within the region. And that's why we're bringing together this innovation challenge through a larger project called the Regional AI Alliance. This is going to be an East African community AI alliance that is bringing together the 8 countries of the EAC to work together, collaborate, and build the ecosystem, the talent, the opportunities for jobs, research, and innovation. It's going to be a 3-year project, which we are very excited to support and to be working on. And this innovation challenge is the first iteration and the first large-scale implementation of this project. So we're really excited to have all of you here and to see all of the opportunities that will be created from this, the learnings, the skill development. And we've put together a very powerful list of partners that will be providing training, courses, and such. Really excited to have you all here and looking forward to having all of you participate. Now let me go figure out my electricity.
Good. Thank you so much, Isa. And congratulations on persevering through adversity. It was quite funny, but good to hear about your participation from GIZ and the long-term commitment that GIZ is making to support AI in the EAC. I think it's really exciting to know that this is as exciting as this program is. It's only just the beginning of what's to come. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen once again, and I'm going to get into a little bit more of the details of this challenge. From here on out, this will mostly be me talking. There will certainly be a chance for you to contribute at some point in terms of asking questions or if there's anything else that is a concern that you'd want to raise. But for now, I'm going to dive into some of the details of the program that we have planned. So first off, you've already heard from a couple of these partners already, but I'd like to formally introduce all of our core partners. We have the EAC itself, the East African Community, along with a few of the East African Communities Commissions. That would be the Inter-University Council for East Africa, or IUCEA. We have EASTECO, the East African Science and Technology Commission, where Moses is from. And then we have the East African Women in Business Platform and the East African Trade Commission. Outside of the East African community partners, we have the GIZ, the German Development Corporation, that are responsible for the 3-year EAC AI Alliance that you just heard about from Isa. We have UNESCO Campus Africa as represented by Carmela. We also have JICA as a core partner. JICA is the Japanese Development Agency, which is investing heavily in AI in East Africa. And then finally, myself, I should have introduced myself at the beginning. My name is Paul Kennedy. I'm Chief of Staff at Zindi, and I'm representing Zindi. Zindi, I hope many of you know, we are a data science and AI community for Africa, and we are providing the hosting role for this program. We are hosting the challenges, and we'll be responsible for sending you messages and making sure everything goes smoothly for the event. So in addition to these founding partners or core partners, we have some really fantastic collaborating partners as well. And I don't think I need to introduce most of these names. We've got really big names and really big names in East Africa, like Cassava, like Microsoft, like SEAT, like Festo. But we also have some fantastic other names. We have IBM Skills Build, who Zindi have been working with for more than a year now to really promote tech skills within the continent. We have LinkedIn coming on board. We have the Alliance for Biodiversity and CIAT providing one of our challenges. We have data.org providing courses. We have Association of African Universities bringing another university cohort to participate in the program, and many others. These partners all bring different things to the event or to the program, but I think maybe the most important thing to say is that every one of these partners is contributing something tangible to the program and to the success of the program. That is, in many cases, that is courses that you'll be able to participate in. Some of the partners are contributing challenges, data challenges that you'll be able to work on. Some are contributing webinars and partner information sessions. For instance, LinkedIn will be offering career webinars. Festa will be offering webinars on AI in manufacturing. So we have these really expert organizations bringing their expertise and sharing that with you. So I think that's really very exciting to have the partners of this caliber for a program like this. So in terms of the info, I've seen many questions in the chat already about who is able to join. I've tried to answer as we've gone along. If I've missed some questions, we'll certainly get to them at the end. But I think this is obviously of concern for a lot of people. So I want to be very clear here. This program is for undergraduate and postgraduate students at universities, academies, and boot camp across the 8 countries of the East African community. So I'll talk about each of those steps or each of those factors. Undergraduate or postgraduate, this program really is open to all. There are different levels of participation from beginner all the way up to advanced, and we don't want anybody to feel excluded. If you're a student, you are most welcome, even up to master's or PhD level. We're focusing on universities, academies, and boot camps. We're taking an intentionally inclusive view of tertiary education institutions. And that's because we know that universities aren't the only way that you can learn data and AI skills. Many people will be participating in boot camps. I think of Moringa School in Kenya, Blossom Academy in Ghana, although that's in West Africa. There are many, many such boot camps and academies across Africa, and we want students of those institutions to be welcome as well. And then, as mentioned, there are 8 countries in the East African community. Those are Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Rwanda, Somalia, South Sudan, Tanzania, and Uganda, in alphabetical order, because we didn't want to show favoritism. And so as long as you are a student and a citizen of one of those countries, you are most welcome to participate. I'm sure there are further questions, but for now, I'm going to just work my way through these slides, and then we'll get to questions in a bit. So maybe the next most important thing to say is what you stand to benefit from participating in a program like this. We have a very wide range of benefits. First up, we have more than 30,000 USD in cash prizes distributed across the many challenges that we're running. Those prizes are for winning or coming close to, first, second, or third. So you need to be good to win those. But we want to really emphasize that that's only the beginning of the kinds of benefits that you can experience. We are, through these partners, we are giving access to internships at various companies and organizations around East Africa, and other real-world job opportunities. We are offering a chance to get real-world industry-relevant AI experience through the challenges that you're participating in. We're offering you a chance to earn certificates and other types of credentials to boost your portfolio and your CV. We will, through partners like Cassava, we will be giving access to compute that will help you participate in these challenges, as well as work on your own models and projects. We will be running office hours and webinars with some of the world's experts in AI, industry experts in AI, people with real world experience and skills and knowledge to share, and of course training sessions through our various partners. And then I think maybe it's a less tangible benefit, but by taking part in this program, you're becoming part of a regional network of AI peers and experts across East Africa. As Isa alluded to earlier, this is just the beginning of a much broader East African AI Alliance program. It will run for at least 3 years. there will be many, many other opportunities and exciting events coming out of this program. So this is really not something you want to miss out on. So to get into a little bit more detail about how this program will work, we have, as of last week, we've announced streams within the program. These streams are have a sector focus. So here you can see there's a health stream, finance, education, and agriculture. And alongside the sector focus, we will also be assigning a sort of an experience level to each of those streams. So you can see that the health and finance streams will be beginner focused. That means these streams will be ideal for those of you with little to no experience with machine learning and AI. There will be foundational courses. There will be introductory courses to each of these events or each of these skills and topics. You'll be your hand will be held through this process, this learning journey, all the way up to a final challenge weekend. If you consider yourself a more of an intermediate user, you can focus on the education stream. And for those advanced users, we have the agriculture stream. Much of the difficulty level or experience level is determined by the final challenge that we host for each of these, and I'll tell you more about that a little bit later. But you should see each of these as a learning journey or a work stream that over the next 3 to 4 months, you will develop real tangible skills within a specific sector. And of course, you're welcome to participate as broadly as you want. If you want to join all 4 streams, nobody's going to stop you doing that. There's no limit to that. In terms of the format and the timeline of this program, so what you'd actually be doing, over the months of January, February, and March next year, so the first quarter of next year, you'll receive invitations to participate in courses, expert sessions, partner webinars, as well as practice challenges. Each of them are organized in each of these events are organized into 1 or more streams, as I've just mentioned. So what we would encourage you to do is to pick a stream and do as much of the content and work associated with that stream as you can within your schedule. That is how you're going to get the best benefit. We're designing these streams as a kind of an intensive curriculum, and it all works towards a final challenge. So, as I said, courses and webinars are offered, managed, and awarded by our collaborating partners, the likes of Microsoft, Oracle, IBM SkillsBuild, UNESCO, and so forth. These streams begin in January and run until the end of March. We'll also be setting up practice challenges specifically for these programs. So for each stream, there'll be at least 1, but possibly 2 practice challenges. Those will be available on Zindi in March to help you prepare for the final challenge weekend. And then, as I said, at the end of March, we will have a challenge weekend where you will get to put your skills to the test. So challenge weekend, as highlighted, 28th and 29th of March. We expect more than 2,000 students to participate from at least 100 universities across the 8 countries of the EAC. This will be your opportunity to put your skills to the test with 4 live unique challenges on Zindi, 1 for each stream. So the beginner stream, the beginner challenges will be finance and what am I thinking of? Health. The intermediate challenge will be on education, and the advanced challenge will be an agriculture challenge. So you'll be able to team up and join these challenges. The program, the challenge weekend will be a hybrid event. We will host all of the challenges online. We will have a live stream, much like this one. But then in addition, we will have flagship universities, at least 1 in every country of the EAC, but possibly more. And those will be places where students can gather. So you would hopefully you would be able to find a university near you that you could go and participate physically in this hackathon style event. At these events, there will be prizes given away, of course, but there will also be swag, and there will be the buzz and hype of getting together with your community, meeting other like-minded people. You can team up on these challenges, you can work together and really spend the weekend deep diving into AI for East Africa. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. I see a number of comments in the chat. So I'm going to take a quick look. See, I have a question from Zimbabwe. No, unfortunately, the program is specific to the East African community. Unfortunately, we would love to see programs like this rolled out to Southern Africa, West Africa, and so on. But at the moment, it's not open to Southern African students. I see LX Africa. That is, you would be welcome. LX Africa definitely counts as a educational institution in East Africa. Recent graduates, unfortunately, no. You do need to be a student currently at that time of January to March 2026. I see a question: is this a hackathon? A hackathon is a word you can use for this kind of event, but we consider this much more of an innovation program. Hackathon would be the challenges that we run at the end of the program. So that's just one part of a much broader challenge, or a much broader program, rather. Can we be enrolled in a WhatsApp group for more info? Right now, I will tell you a little bit about how you can sign up. Right now, the most easy way to be kept in the loop is to sign up via Zindi. Anyone who signs up will be able to receive any information, any updates. That will certainly be the best way to be kept informed. Unfortunately, WhatsApp groups are limited to 500 people, so that group would just fill up immediately. So we will think about a WhatsApp group, but it may not be the most practical. I'm from Tanzania, but I'm studying at a university outside of Tanzania. We are really looking for participation from students at organizations within these 8 countries. So we'd ask for proof of proof of enrollment at a university within the East African region. I'm from Rwanda, but studying. Yeah, so same question. You do need to be enrolled at an East African institution. This question from Felicity: will we be studying? There are certainly courses that are part of this program. We would encourage you to participate in them. We're not going to force anybody to study anything. This is a program that's free to participate as much as you are able to. The next question is: how are we winning prizes? Prizes would be awarded to the winners of the final challenges, the 4 final challenges on the weekend. So there would be 3 individuals or teams that would win prizes for each of those challenges. That's where the prizes would be awarded. But outside of the financial prizes, there are internship opportunities, there are certificates to be gained, there is real-world experience to be gained as well. Are there any other requirements? I think I've touched on all the requirements, so there's no cost to participate. You do need to sign up, but this is really a voluntary program, and it's a program that we would hope people would just want to sign up. So there's a question about recent graduates. When you say recent graduates, what are the maximum years? Unfortunately, this program is not available to recent graduates. It's available to undergraduate or postgraduate students. So a postgraduate student would be somebody studying an honors or a master's or a doctoral degree. If I'm in a distant learning university international, can I enter? No, as mentioned, you need to be enrolled at an East African institution. Is it possible to attend only one day of the weekend? Sorry, I'm just reading the full question. The question is it possible for somebody to attend only one day of the weekend since some people worship on Saturday? What's your take on this? So, of course, there are concerns around that. I totally understand. This program is entirely voluntary. We are not going to make any expectations, any requirements. We would encourage you all to participate as much as you can. But if you need to miss some parts of the event because you have other priorities or other responsibilities in your life, there's no problem whatsoever with that. Do I participate without the need for competition? That's a good question. Zindi is a competition platform, a challenge platform, so we think everybody should participate. You don't need to compete. If participation in this event just is about attending some webinars, learning some new skills in a theoretical way or from a course, that's quite all right. That's 100% all right. However, I would argue that the competition or challenge environment is a very, very good way to learn practical skills. It forces you to put skills you've learned in theory to the test. And so I'd encourage everybody to participate in one of these competitions or challenges. Again, another question, is this a hackathon? Can you participate in more than one track? Yes, you certainly can. We would suggest choosing one to encourage you to focus on one set of skills, but there's no reason you shouldn't participate in more than one. Do you offer internships? Oh, wait, I missed one, sorry. When the final will take place, which country will be having it? We will be hosting a hybrid event, so you can participate virtually from your room at home or from your computer in a co-working space or in a university lab. You can participate from wherever, but there will be physical events in all 8 of the countries. Do you offer internships or campus ambassador programs, and how may we go about to get either if possible? So campus ambassador programs, Zindi has a campus ambassador program. It is not part of this program, but keep an eye out. We put out a call for participation in July or August usually of each year. So do keep an eye out for that. In terms of internships, I'm not yet clear on how internships will be awarded. Of course, internships are limited. We certainly can't give away 2,000 internships. That being said, we'd like as many people as possible to get opportunities. Keep an eye on the pages to be updated for any more information. The sign up is already live. We will be sharing more details of the courses and webinars and specific events at the beginning of January. But I'd encourage you to sign up now so that you get notified when more opportunities become available. Is there a recording? Yes, we have recorded it. A lot of programs and competitions for beginners. There are intermediate and advanced tracks as well. So we believe that anybody would be able to find something that's challenging for them. Wow, there's so many questions. Sorry. I think I've missed something. Oh, there. So how will we be receiving updates? The best way to receive updates is to sign up after this. Maybe I should just go to this next page. This is where you need to sign up, zindi.africa/AI4EAC. You can also go to any of our social media pages. There are also AI4EAC social media pages on X, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook. So you can access any of those. You can access the page. Once you sign up, you will be signed up to a mailing list and you will receive email updates. Can we get a recorded session? Yes. Recently graduates are unfortunately not welcome or not allowed. I've talked about how we get updates. Link for registration I've shared. Is it possible for a diploma student in an East African university to join? Yes, absolutely. Is it free? Yes, it's free. The recording will be shared. Okay, so I am seeing a lot of repetition in the question. Another question that hasn't been answered. Are there regional coordinators? We have Zindi ambassadors across all of our countries. They will be responsible for helping to coordinate. We will also be choosing universities, flagship universities, through Ben and his contacts with IUCEA. So combination of Zindi campus ambassadors and universities will be helping to coordinate regionally. Hello, I want to ask as students if the schedule of this program isn't going to affect our schools. I don't know how it is. Samuel, I don't know how it's going to affect your schedule. I can't say that with certainty. What I would say is that you are free and welcome to participate to the level to which you're comfortable with and you're able to. Um, if that means just joining a webinar once a week, then that's okay too. We aren't going to expect the most in-depth participation if your school takes precedence. We've tried to plan the event so that it doesn't impact on Ramadan or any university exam periods, but we understand that that is that we might not have achieved that for everybody. Is it possible to attend physical meetings in another country in the region, which is not the country you're a registered student in? For instance, those doing their internship in another country in EAC. Right. You can participate from wherever you are, as long as you are a student at an East African community university. That's the important. I think that we have answered many of these questions. I think I've answered everything here. Okay, now that we've successfully registered and completed our 2 applications during the hackathon, could you provide more details on how the online phase will be structured and what specific technical milestones we should focus on to further develop our learning and opportunities? So, great question. We are designing each of the work streams in order to provide you with the technical milestones and the skills that you would need to complete the program. So the best idea would be to pick a stream that you think is most suited and to follow that stream. If you participate in all of the webinars and the learning content, you take part of the practice challenges, that will equip you with the skills you need for the full program. Okay, I think that has answered most of the questions. I imagine more questions will still come in. Isa, I do see your hand up. Would you like to add something in particular?
Yeah, so one of the things that I just wanted to emphasize on was that the program is entirely hybrid. So we understand there are situations where you may not be able to attend the physical meetup spots during the final hackathon, and that's perfectly fine. The entire thing will be virtual as well. So you are welcome to participate from wherever you are, as long as you're a student of an EAC institution. You might have gone for break or holiday or something or another, but you will have availability. We understand religious times and such come in as well, for some Saturday, for some Sunday. So it will be flexible as long as you complete the challenges within the allocated time span, which should be somewhere around 30 hours, give or take. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, thanks very much for addressing that, Isa. I think it's a really important point that you can participate from wherever you are and to whatever extent that you're capable of doing. That's great. So we have a few more minutes. I am quite happy to answer more questions, but let me just talk about what comes next and what we'd like you to do now. You've hopefully had your questions answered. You have a better understanding of the program that's ahead of us. Now you need to navigate to zindi.africa/AI4EAC and register if you have not already done so. If you have done so, sit tight. We will be communicating with you early next year. There will be a lot more content being added to that landing page. If you ever want to know what's going on, please make sure you go to that landing page. We'll be adding new events, new challenges, new webinars, new courses. Everything will be added there. I suggest you start thinking about which stream you'd like to participate in, both in terms of the learning that you'd like to engage with, as well as the level that you have. If you are unsure about your level, I'd suggest taking a look at some other Zindi challenges. Every Zindi challenge has a level associated with it, either beginner, advanced, or intermediate. If you've never taken a challenge on Zindi, I would suggest you're probably a beginner. If you've participated in one or two, you're likely beginner to intermediate. If you're a Zindi regular or an expert, or you win gold medals on Zindi, then you're an advanced user. So that's about the stream. I would encourage you to all participate as much as possible. This is the kind of program where you get out what you put in. Of course, everybody has different amounts of time to dedicate, but as Isa said, we're looking at something like 30 hours of time over the next few months. It's a few hours a week, the most, and you really will get a huge amount out. You will get practical skills. You will get exposure to industry standards and innovations. You will connect with other people. You will grow your network, and you may even get your next job out of it. So I would really encourage you to participate as much as possible. And lastly, I'd ask you to share about the program. If you're excited about it, if you are part of student groups, you're part of a cohort or a class at your university that focuses on AI, even if you just have a friend you know is interested in AI, please share more information about this program with them. You can share the link that I've put there, but you can also just share some of our posts on social media. We are going to be posting updates regularly. You can keep track of what's going on. It's a great place to keep an eye on things, and the further you share, the more successful this program is, and that means we all win. So I'd really encourage you to share as much as possible. I see a few more questions. Are students with running startups on AI allowed, or we should generate ideas during the challenge? You're most welcome. There's really no restrictions on who participates beyond the ones that I've laid out. I don't exactly understand this question. We'll get an email. Okay, it's not a question, it's a comment. Can I get a certificate if I don't compete? There will be certificates of participation for many of the courses and the sessions. Is your hand up again or still? I think he says maybe frozen. Okay, I'm going to carry on. Okay, do college students have a chance here? Yes, I think everybody has a chance to participate. I think that's the appeal of a program like this. It really is open to everyone. Any campus in Tanzania is welcome. Can I mention all physical sites for each country? Unfortunately not. We haven't selected the physical locations. Do we have to learn the skills program in order to get into the challenge? That is really up to you. The challenges are open to all. If you haven't done this kind of work before, I would suggest that you do take part in the skills program. I think you will learn something regardless, but certainly if you haven't participated in challenges like this before, the skills program is going to help you a lot. Ben from IUCEA, do you have your hand up to add something?
Yes, please. I would like to supplement on this.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe I want to reiterate one of the important points. This is more of skills development, so we encourage all students who are interested in AI to sign up. You start as a beginner, it gives you a better exposure to understand this. Yes, it's called Innovation Challenge, but it doesn't stop it from being a skills development. And the more you gain this competence and confidence, you'll be able to take up the challenge win the prizes. But the first part of it, kindly understand that this is skills development. It's a chance for you to be exposed to different skills. We have brought in different partners who will give you the key cutting technology that will help you to do it better. Sorry, I'm seeing the better. I don't know if this is better.
Yes.
This is better. Okay, sorry for that. I can repeat. So I was saying that we encourage all students who are interested in AI to take up this opportunity, sign up on the platform, take the courses, help them to understand different standards, get some skills development. It will prepare you for the challenge. So challenge is not the end in itself. Challenge is the last way of awarding, but we are targeting to train as many as possible so that people get an opportunity of gaining the competence and then later access your next employer, or that's when you solve the next problem we have in Africa or the world at large. So the key part here is to train, is to use your curiosity, is to train you as a student. As Paul said, kindly bring all you know in, share it wide. There's no limitation as far as you're a student and you're curious and you're interested in AI. Join us. This is for you. And one more clarification. If you're not an East African, but you're studying in East Africa, you stand the same chance. In East Africa, don't discriminate. As far as you're in any of 8 countries you are studying, you're welcome to join. You are welcome to do it with us. We'll be continuously providing this support. For the physical venues, yes, I said it. This is the first webinar, it's the first information, but the rest of information will come in your inbox. We keep posting it as it rolls out. So it's not the first time we did this. I believe some of you have come across these skills. And in the DSkills program, similar we've been doing. So share with your friend, know that as it rolls out, you'll be able to get more information. But the courses which are there, structured, tested, which are applicable, are still there for you. So you can get the link, it's shared on the group. You can get the link, you can start getting exposure and understand different concepts. Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate those clarifications, especially to say we are not discriminating here. We are welcoming as many people as possible. And I think those are great words to end us off on. I am pasting for your use in the chat. I am pasting the link to the program. Please navigate to that link. You will be able to see it, see all the information I've already shared, as well as sign up. So with that, I'm going to bring this meeting to an end. We are 2 minutes over time, which I think is pretty good going. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for your attention, your interest, your enthusiasm. And now I ask you once again to bring your passion and your dedication to this program for the next 4 months. I can promise you that what you put into this program is what you will get out. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you all on the leaderboards, participating in challenges, and winning prizes, I hope, at least for some of you. On that note, I wish you all good night. I think we should also probably say Merry Christmas to those of you who are celebrating. If you're not celebrating, I hope you have a good restful, festive season. And we'll see you with a lot of energy and a lot of excitement in the new year. Thank you and good night.